What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day to start your week off. Thanks for joining me to another video, guys. Today we're going to talk about things in Fallout 76 that every player will experience once. Whether it's a positive thing, a negative thing, or just something that kind of just happened. These are going to be things that every player will go through, almost like a rite of passage, whether it will change the way you play the game or it will make you think differently of certain situations. So before we dive right in, guys, be sure to subscribe if you're new here and leave a like if you've experienced any of these and let me know which ones I'm missing down below. Alright, guys, first off, I feel like this is a tradition. You have to do this. This is the ultimate rite of passage. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and that's nukashine. Nukashine has to be like the tradition of what new players have to do at least once. If you don't know, nukashine is basically a consumable alcoholic beverage you can drink in this game, and let's just say when you drink it, your character will, well, black out. Once your character black out, you will actually wake up in random locations. There's like a set, I think there's like 10. I could be wrong on that number. I'm just gonna say 10 in the video right now just for reference, but there's a ton of different random locations you wake up at, and when you wake up there will be some interesting things going on beside you. So I definitely recommend at least giving it a try once. If you go to a higher level players camp, if they have a punch bowl or a vending machine dispenser and it says drink, I'd probably be a little bit careful because it's probably nukashine and you're probably going to end up somewhere random. Definitely do it at least once. There's a ton of random locations. Give it a go. You're going to have a lot of fun. Alright, guys, and for this next one, we're actually going to turn to Reddit. I actually did have a Reddit discussion with a lot of people about this, so you're going to see some Reddit comments here. If you made it in the video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, and this one is extremely true. When you accidentally pick a lock in someone's workshop and become wanted, then panic quit because you don't want to get in trouble. So this is something that I learned the hard way. When you actually get the auto pick and perk that automatically picks locks for you and you forget about it, you go to another player's camp, open a door, or try to go into a shelter, and it may automatically pick that lock and it gives you a wanted level. For the lower level players who have not yet really experienced what it's like to be wanted, the first time you get it, you're like, oh no, every player in the lobby is going to come after me. I did it really early on. I actually picked the lock myself, not realizing it was going to give me a wanted level, and I was like level 25, and I was like, oh no, the whole lobby is after me. I have to server hop. Well, it's not like that. Honestly, you can probably do events and stuff while wanted. It's the odds of someone actually caring enough to pick up the reward are slim to none, but you have a few that are hunted for you. It's pretty easy to get your wanted level removed. Just go up to a player and ask if they can kill you. I actually have that happen a lot to me in my camp. Their players will actually come up and say, please remove my wanted level for me. I don't want it anymore. It's actually pretty funny. So yeah, you're going to do this at least once. I promise you that. Alright, and this next one is one that I've done before too. Nukacide. Launch a nuke and be at ground zero when it hits. So I believe you actually get a achievement on Xbox and PlayStation and PC for this. So like you get a little achievement, whether it's Steam, Xbox, PSN, whatever you play through, you get a little achievement for actually being at ground zero where the nuke is going to hit. You can also watch your character get blasted into oblivion. It's really fun. It's not something that really changes the way you play, but it's pretty cool to do at least once. So hey, give it a go. Why not? Alright, this next one's just an absolute headache because I've done this actually twice before, more times than I would like to admit. When you find their stash at a train station, not realizing it's their stash, so they take everything out in the stash box. So basically, when you go to a train station, you're a lower level player, and Fallout 76, stash boxes work a little bit different. If you played other Fallout games in the past, obviously you know you loot everything, every chest, everything. It could be yours if you want it. Well, when I first started playing Fallout 76, I didn't realize there was the shared stash box system. So when I got to a train station, I was like, oh man, this guy's got some sick stuff. I'm taking everything in this stash box. And then I took everything in the stash box, tried to walk back to my camp to store it in there, only to find out my stash box was actually empty. I guarantee you there's new players that do this regularly. Like, I did this at least twice because I forgot and I'm dumb. So don't think of it as a moment to where you're just dumb. Think about it as you haven't really gotten used to the stash system on Fallout 76. Yeah. Honestly, I've had 2 or 3 friends who I've convinced to download the game and play with me that have done this same thing. It's just such like quick. It's like such a quick sensation in Fallout to like be like, oh, I need to take everything in the stash box. He's got some sick weapons, and then you're like, oh, I'm overweight. I have to get back to my camp now. You get back to your camp just to realize, oh man, this is my stuff. So yeah, I feel like this is something that happens on the regular, and well, if you haven't done it, you've probably done it before. You just don't want to admit it. Let's be honest. All right, and here's one that will change the way you approach camps once you experience it once, and that's fall for a trap camp. Let me just say, I know I did a video a long time ago about trap camps, and I basically explained how to identify a trap camp, and I also brought up the fact that I've only ever really seen 2 or 3 in my entirety of playing the game. I will say I've seen more recently. More is like 3 or 4 of them. I mean, that still means I've only ever seen like 7 or 8 in my entirety of playing this game. I'm starting to notice it pop up more. I guess it's because of the lower level players in the game now. Some of the higher levels are trying to get the junk they have off of them. Honestly, it's pretty easy to see a trap camp once you walk up on it, because where they have their store located is normally at the end of like a hallway, and there's like one vendor, and it's a very narrow hallway or very bland room. And just looking at it, you get these vibes to where like, okay, something's up here. And a lot of times the creator of the camp will be there AFK. So like there's ways to see it, and it's kind of easy to identify at this point. But honestly, one really good trap camp I fell for is the vendor actually disguised. The one that I really fell for was the guy was actually AFK at the camp, and he actually didn't have it built. And when I walked into the camp, he rebuilt the camp, and it actually spawned me into like a flaming spike pit, essentially. It was weird. It was very weird. So yeah, trap camps aren't very common, but like once you fall for it one time, you're kind of gonna keep an eye out, and you'll be able to tell when it's a little fishy, and you won't fall for it again. So yeah, just everyone does this at least once, so it will change the way you play the game. I promise you that. This is one I've done multiple times, guys, and it gives me a headache. I don't really have this problem now because I'm a high level and I have all this stuff, but I know people who've done this. When you fully prep a silo without a nuke card or nuke codes. The nuke codes are easy to get. There are websites you can go to daily and actually see what the nuke codes are when they update them. Actually, if you join the Discord, we have a bot that will let you know. If you just do I think it's just /nuke. It will actually just give you the nuke codes, so you can actually use that in our Discord if you want to drop a nuke. There's also websites online you can find that will give you the daily nuke codes. I think they change every week, so if you want that, check the Discord out below. Yeah, I've gotten through a silo completely before without a nuke card, and it's painful. You get to the end and you're like, man, that is 25 minutes of my life I just spent getting through the silo. I can't wait to drop a nuke. You get there and you're like, oh, well, it looks like I'm not dropping a nuke. And it's a headache, honestly. I've done this multiple times. This is one that will change the way you play the game. You will definitely consider checking your inventory before going into the missile silo next time. Moving on to this next comment, and Mandy over on Reddit actually had a banger comment. All 3 of these are actually really good things that you only really do once, because they're going to change the way you play the game. That is going to be 1, upsetting the whitesprings robots. The amount of times I went to whitesprings and accidentally fired a weapon inside, or accidentally thrown a grenade inside and tagged a robot, and every single robot in the whitesprings area will obliterate you. Good luck trying to survive at all. I actually had a player literally yesterday when I logged on just to do my dailies, ran by me full speed, and I was like, wow, where's this guy going? And then the Assaultron was actually just chasing after him, and I got a good laugh because I thought it was funny. The guy was like level 37. He probably didn't make it, if I'm being honest. That Assaultron melts. So no, you definitely won't start shooting or throwing grenades inside of the White Springs Mall once you do this once. It's something that once the robots obliterate you and they continuously obliterate you, you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again. The next one on this, accidentally killing yourself with an explosive weapon. I was just using the nuka launcher because it was just in the store, and I've actually been using it because it's a lot of fun. If you guys want a video on a build on the nuka launcher, let me know in the comment section down below, because I am actually considering doing that because it's most fun. I've had it in the game in a minute. And I've learned when you put the right perks on, it does some crazy good damage. I've also learned your range on explosives, it's pretty wide. So if a person jumps in front of you, you're probably going to blow yourself up. I actually was holiday scourge hunted with one of my buddies, and the amount of times that a scourge just ran in front of me as I'm trying to VATS the scourges on the other side of the area I'm in, and I just blew up, and I'm like, hey, can you pick me up? I honestly can't count them on two hands, and that's insane because I never die in this game. I'm also a bloody build though, so one tap from an explosive, I'm probably going down anyways. And this last one on here, when you're a bloody build, you eat yourself to death. This happens a lot to me. I'm not going to say eat yourself to death though. I'm going to say drink yourself to death though. So I have a lot of carry weight, but sometimes I go over the carry weight. So I carry a lot of like vintage Mirelurk moonshine on me. That gives you 30 radiation per drink. So when you take a sip of that, you're probably going to kill yourself just by drinking it because of the radiation. So you got to pay attention to how much radiation you actually have, because you drink 2 of those and your character's not making it out of there. So yeah, no, that's something I've definitely done. But also there is food that gives you radiation as well. So when you're just spamming food, there's a good chance that you will gain enough radiation to actually kill your character. So you got to be careful with that as well. So this is a really good comment. So thank you, Mandy. Thank you all the Reddit comments so far. You guys, this was a great thread that I created over there. So thank you guys for joining in on this. And we are going to leave you guys with this very last comment by Undead Angel. Accidentally moved the wrong camp, resulting in having to rebuild the entire thing. This one is painful for me. I've done this so much. I still do this. I keep 2 camps for a reason. I still do this, and it's painful when this happens. It's extremely painful. You will learn to never tap LB in your Pip-Boy ever again. Whether it's LB, L1, if you play on mouse and keyboard, whatever it is, you will learn to never press that button again once you open your Pip-Boy. It is so painful to move your camp over and over again, and you have to rebuild it, especially when you like detailed camps like me. It is just a massive headache, and I can't stress enough how much this has happened to me. I literally I could probably say this happened to me at least 20 times in the past over the course of my entirety of playing this game, just because I forget about it, and I accidentally just spam buttons sometimes. Sometimes I'm thinking of my survival tent, I accidentally just pop that down thinking of a camp, and I'm like, oh shoot, I just did it again, didn't I? Thankfully, all your stuff doesn't scrap, it goes to your storage. Not that it would matter. I mean, you still have to rebuild your entire camp, and especially when you do like double walls, or you finally get something that fit perfectly nice and snug and you have to do it again. This one just resides with me in something differently. So thank you, Undead Angel, for that comment that just gave me PTSD. You probably are the comment I've learned the most from this. Let me know, guys, which of these are ones that affected you and changed the way you played the game, but also at the same time are things that you experienced, because I don't want to call these rites of passage. These are things you're going to experience at least once when playing this game. Let me know what yours are down below, guys. You might see yourself featured in a future video. Thank you guys for all the support you guys have been giving me here on the channel. I truly appreciate it. You guys have more videos coming this week. I'm going to try to start doing videos every weekday. I don't want to put it set in stone because I'm working on it. My schedule is a little wonky at the moment. I'm going to try to do videos every weekday is my goal. I know for sure you will have a video every Monday and Friday. Tuesday depends on the Atomic Shop. that's what we're rocking with so far. So I'm shooting for that, guys. I hope you can appreciate it. Streams are coming more often. Guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Deuces.